Have you ever asked yourself why sometimes you will find that you're saving money, then you eat, or is it you use or spend and then save again, spend again, and it becomes an unending cycle of save, eat, save, eat, save, eat. Now, my name is Lucy Gidaiga. I welcome you to this channel and I request you to subscribe so that we can continue journeying together. In this channel, we talk about money, we talk about women and money, we talk about what we call the 4 M's of money. I am known as a chick of the 4 M's of money: make money, manage money, multiply money, mesh money. And mesh money means protect your money. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about a conversation about saving. And we have all heard the gospel of savings. I mean, I don't think there is anyone who can say, oh, I have never heard about anybody talk about savings. We have all heard about savings. We have been told save, 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 save. But even when we are told to save and save and save and save, are we clear about why we are saving? Do we know why we have to save? Now, I had an experience in 2016 where I was saving money. I had just come from a place of doing businesses, putting money in businesses. I had lots of businesses. I had been involved. I was at one time putting money in a welding business. Can you imagine welding business? I was putting money in a bakery business. I was putting money in different things. And none of these things, of course, was working because, obviously, it wasn't going to work. With where you're just putting money without, proper analysis and understanding of why you're putting money in a particular business. And we'll be talking about that, especially for people who are in employment, who have, who have income, who have disposable income. You want to invest in this and this and this and that and the other. But anyway, today we were talking about saving. And I was saying I had come from an experience of where I was putting money in businesses, and I was tired because nothing was working in terms of the businesses that I was establishing from right, left, and center. So I had reached to a point where I said, you know what, I don't want to ever be involved in any business. I just want to do life. Let me just do life anyway. I had even come up with my goodness. Let me say, by the way, that I have worked in the NGO sector for about 24 years. And 12 of those years, I was in a leadership position. I was a country director, earning some reasonable amount of money, but I made terrible mistakes with money. I made significant and serious financial mistakes during my time of, when I was serving in a leadership position. And I know that there are very many women leaders out there, or even male leaders, who have made blunders. We make blunders. We make blunders, but making blunders is not the issue. The issue is really, how do you learn from the experience of making those mistakes and blunders, but also how do you listen? And that's why I really want to continue inviting you to, stay here with me on this channel, to subscribe so that we can have this conversation, so that you hear the mistakes that personally I have made, and maybe based on the information that I am sharing, there will be somebody who I know, and not just somebody, many women who will get help, and who will find the possibility of re-engineering or redoing the way they work with money, or just reshaping the way they work with money. And it's important to listen, because when you listen and hear other people's experiences, where they went wrong, and they're telling you where they went wrong, they're able to tell you, if you go through this path is not good. If you go through this path is not good. If you go through this path is likely to be good. So today we're going to be we're going to have a very short conversation about why is it important for you to save with a goal. Why it is important to save with a goal. And I draw this conversation from my own experience. In 2016, I had been tired of doing all these businesses that I'm talking about, and it was time for me. I just decided, you know what, I just want to relax and do life, and just put away money. In fact, I was saying, whatever surplus, whatever amount remains after I have done whatever I need to do, then I can just save. So it wasn't even anything that was that was planned. It didn't have there was really no plan. It was just putting money aside and I was putting it in a money market fund. Just throwing in the money there, save, and there was absolutely, it wasn't tied to any goal. And by the way, at that time, I didn't even have any emergency fund. I mean, it was just putting money aside because I had been tired of putting money in businesses. So anyway, I put in money, and voila, I had 1 million. Hey, now when this amount got to 1 million, I started feeling a bit restless. You know, it's like pesa, it's like money is eating you. It's like you're feeling like, oh my goodness, now I am restless. Now I feel like I have some reasonable amount of money now, 1 million. So anyway, I started feeling restless, and I started feeling, I need to do something. And I started now listening and looking for ideas of what to do with the money, because remember, it was there without a goal. And that's what happens. If you put money aside without a goal, inevitably things will come. Things called shiny objects will come. The things I call shiny objects is, ideas will be floated to you. And by the way, ideas have been floated to me in the past. And these are the ideas that made me make significant financial mistakes. So anyway, so there was this idea of gemstones. And I thought, my goodness, gemstones? I am going to be very, and I started even thinking, oh my goodness, if I just get involved in this gemstone business, I'm going to do well. So I put in the 1 million. I went, withdrew the 1 million, and all of it, the entire amount, put it in gemstone business. So we would go to Taita Taveta, buy the stones, go, I don't know, to Baringo, buy the stones, and then she. The stones never got bought. They were never bought, even after going all the way and going everywhere to just. Gosh, I almost hired a flight to go to Bangkok to go and sell the stones there. Remember, I got into this business and I had absolutely no clue. I didn't even have a clue of. I used to hear there are things called the inclusions, that you look at a stone and you can see if it has inclusions. I didn't even know what inclusions are. I didn't know how to actually assess and say this is a good stone. I mean, I relied on my business partner at that time, who of course was also in the business of, had also just started. So we were like, two blind people sort of working together. But anyway, at the end of the day, the money was lost. I put money in gemstones which never got sold. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where those stones went anyway, because they just disappeared somehow. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. So that was 1 million saved, lost. It is what I call digging holes. And we are fond of digging holes, digging this hole and digging this other hole and digging this other hole. And those holes come about first because you are saving without a goal. So it's very easy for things to just happen, for you to hear of an idea and an idea, shiny object, and put your money there. For you to hear, oh, so and so needs money, you go withdraw, put money there. So the point is, if you're saving, and it is important to save, and especially for people who are in employment. And by the way, saving is not just for people who are in employment, even people who are in business. I mean, we all went through the COVID-19 and we know what happened. But for me, I love talking to people who are in employment, because I have been there. I saw, for the 24 years that I was in employment, the mistakes that I made, and I have made it my mission to actually speak to people who are in employment, women who are in employment, and women who are earning a high income, because I was earning a high income. And yet, even though I was earning a high income, I ended up wasting a lot of my years. I ended up just wasting a lot of my years in terms of the money that I was earning. It wasn't really going to the correct spaces. And I will be talking about all those mistakes that I made, and the mistakes that you're likely to make, so that you can sort of just mirror and see, okay, what are these things that Lucy keeps talking about. So I want to encourage you to decide if you are saving. First of all, if you're saving, congratulations. If you have made it a goal to save. That's the first step. At least the first step is to say, okay, I'm looking at my money and I have decided I'm going to put away a certain amount of money. Congratulations. Step 2, it must be that when you decide you're going to save, then it must be accompanied by I am saving for this goal. Okay? It must be goal oriented. Otherwise, if it is saving for the sake of it, you will find yourself inevitably in my place of where you put where you put a million or whatever amount of money that you might have, where you end up putting your money in shiny objects. Please do not fall for shiny objects. Have a goal for your saving. And again, we are also saying that if it is about saving, it's not just saving for the sake of it. We save for a goal, but we also invest because we don't want to just save money to do things and to buy stuff, the disease of the middle class. We are saying that we want to be able to save, but also be able to put that money in places where it can multiply. That is why the framework of the 4 M's of money says we are making money. So you're making money from your employment or your business. And when you make the money, you are managing that money. And part of managing that money is deciding how much of my money am I going to put into savings or into investments. And then you're multiplying that money. You're not just saving all over the place. You are multiplying that money. You want that money to grow so that it can give you value. And finally, you are meshing that money so that as it is growing, as it is giving you value, it is giving you value not just for today, but also for tomorrow and for your children. Remember, the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. You don't want to just come by, exist, and then, disappear from the face of the earth just like that. So anyway, I continue to welcome you again. Subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to meet every Friday. I will be dropping a video. Please please make your comments, ask any question. I am happy to respond. And thank you so much for joining with me in this conversation. And we shall continue to interact and to link. And to also say that, by the way, when I left employment on the 1st of August, I am now a financial wellness coach, a personal financial wellness coach. And I also, speak, and I also write a lot. I write a lot about money. And continue to be with me. And thank